There's a couple of Draugr skeletons guarding this place. Not very tough.
Who's there?
Yup. Serana. Who do you think it is? Like, she should know that her father has some skeletons guarding this place. But of course, who's there is just a generic line for when she enters combat, so I shouldn't be complaining considering I know that she's always going to say that every time she enters combat. Huh. Dead. And yet there's one more left. Jeez. Why do these take so many hits? They basically look naked and yet they don't die in a single hit, and that bothers me. That bothers me a lot. Dead. Done and done. Let's get out of here. And in here. Now, there's a bunch of skeevers here, so if you still need to kill stuff for Vampire Lord perks, these are perfect. However, there's also a special surprise at the end of this beginning place. Oh wait, there's dogs. Okay, never mind. This is not a good place to actually train up your Vampire Lord perks. Yes, a feral vampire. All the way over there. She's pissed off that she was imprisoned here, or exiled here. And so she attacks her own kin. Dumb dog. Come on.
Show yourself.
Yes, show yourself.
That'll teach you.
And it died? Oh yeah, I think it... Oh, yeah, that's funny, but it did. Well, anyway. First, we gotta go over here. And... Thought we were gonna find a ledger here, but I guess not. Oh no, it's not the vampire herself.
What did you need?
Well, before we continue, let's have another chat with Serana. Just need some better lighting.
Yes? What did you need? Before my father became obsessed with a prophecy, my mother and I spent quite a bit of time together. She was very fond of our alchemical garden in the castle courtyard. She taught me quite a bit about cultivating quality regions. Like the best of friends, I would never hesitate to share anything with her. It was very sudden. It was almost like one day we were a normal family, and then the next, I didn't know who they were. I'd try to visit my mother in the garden, and she'd quickly shoo me away, saying she was much too busy. She had to be up to something in that garden. I'm hoping it's a clue that will tell us where she went. I like to explore. My parents almost never let me off the island, so yeah, I poked around down here a lot. It was a little quieter back then. Guess a little vampire girl was enough to scare off the rats.
Wait, you were little?
It was. But I got used to it. There's not a whole lot to
Doesn't
tell.
make much sense. I'm pretty sure vampires don't grow up.
Father's obsession.
That
My
bit is
mother's
proof
not a
of
whole
that.
lot better, but
Like,
we'll see
they
how.
mature and they wisen up and stuff like that, but still.
My father... No, not really. I did spend a lot of time with my mother, but she saw me more like a protege than a daughter. What about you? What were your parents like?
So this is one of the rare opportunities where you can actually roleplay your character and make up your background. I like that, but it doesn't mean much, unfortunately.
That's too bad. Do you know how they're doing now? That makes sense. Let's just keep going.
I just kind of made up my background right there. I wasn't thinking too much about it. Usually I just tell her that my parents are dead because I've never met them. You know what? I am kind of interested in knowing what happens if you say your parents are dead.
What about you? What were your parents like?
Never knew them. I grew up alone.
I know how that feels. I mean, I know it isn't the same thing, but I was a pretty lonely child myself. Not as much. Let's just keep...
Yeah, it's not a whole lot different. There's going to be another option to talk about her very soon, where you can mention that you're married or something like that.
This is one of those weird double-barred security measures my father took.
Anyway, we gotta go over here. We gotta activate switch. And turns out it's guarded by a giant spider. Ugh, disgusting! What the hell is a Trollmaster doing? Huh. Like, just imagine this as a pile of bullshit. Because that's what it is. Spider. A pretty big spider, I'm pretty sure. And yet, super duper weak. That's probably for the best, let's be honest. Anyway, yeah, we had to do that.
What did you need?
If you fall down, you'll come back from the other direction. What the hell? What are you doing here? Jeez. So yeah, as I said, if you fall down, you go over here, and then you'll come back through this passage. I'm saying that because I want to explain why I'm not going there, you know? Anyway, finally we're out.
We've made it to the courtyard. What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries.
To be honest, it just doesn't look very impressive.
The castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed. I used to walk through here after evening meals.
Let's look around, Serana. Try to find some things. I'm not being very good at it right now, though.
Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this.
Wish I could read this.
Wait.
Hey, Serana, didn't you notice this stain over here? Full moon crest. We can also go inside the towers. I always thought that was kind of neat. However, it's completely optional. And one tower is like super tiny. As in, there's not much inside.
Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something.
Well, I found 2 of the crests. I still need to find 1 more. And I'm pretty sure it's over here. Bingo. Before I place them though, Serana, got anything else to say to me?
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial. Well, growing up the way I did, you get used to it. No, they didn't. That's why I like being out here with you. But what about you? Yeah. Is it just you, or do you have...
Yes, this is where you can
people
mention
in
if
your
you're
life?
married or something else. There's my wife.
Oh, I didn't even know. What kind of woman is she? Good. You deserve that much. Anyway, this is all very touching, but don't we have some more important things to
I
worry
think if
about
you
right now?
mention something specific, she'll actually point out that she thinks you're good looking, no matter what gender you are. As in, it's supposed to make it so that Serana is bisexual, but the thing is, every NPC is bisexual in this game. And it's really shallow. Well, except those 2 dead guys that are gay, but those are not a good representation of sexuality or something like that. There's no good representation of sexuality in this game. I suppose an argument could be made for it, but yeah, I'd have to think about it, and
Been in those tunnels before.
thinking about stuff is not something that you do very often when playing Skyrim.
Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go.
Yes, let's go, go, go. Even though it feels like you're at the end, we're only at like halfway through this place. These ruins right here, they go on forever. It's kind of dumb. stuck on the wood,
I don't know what might be
Serana?
around.
It best not be. Good. Oh my goodness, skeletons. Dead. Done and done. I'll teach you. And then we have to fight a gargoyle. Great. Gargoyles, weirdly enough, drain your health every time they hit you. I don't know how that works. Fortunately, their attacks have limited range, so they're easy to deal with. Very, very good.
Who's there?
More skeletons. That's who's there. That'll teach you for sure. There's secrets everywhere around here. You can check them out if you want, but you might not even get a treasure chest for your trouble. A gargoyle. Dead. And then a bunch of skeletons. Oops, didn't mean to attack you.
Oh, no, you don't. That'll teach you.
Wow, she actually offed her own skeleton. That's weird. All because I attacked it once. Yay. Jeez. Getting rid of a skeleton is always annoying. This place is so dark and boring to look at. It's kind of depressing. It's as it should be, though. Like, I wouldn't change a thing, is what I'm trying to say. Especially this. This broken down bed, I like it a lot. Although, if I must be honest, what it probably is that it's two beds
Getting close.
placed across like each other like that or something like that. Because it's efficient to just reuse stuff when you're setting a scene. With like 3D materials, you know? Dead. Another gargoyle. Let's see if I can get... No, of course not. Until the gargoyles actually spawn, you can't actually harm them. And this one doesn't spawn until you activate that chain behind it. Because of course. By the way, did you all notice that every time Serana uses chain lightning, it actually hits me as well? There's a reason for that. She's a special type of follower, not like the other ones. So she's like, sorta kinda like my friend, except not really my friend. Which is why I keep getting hit by her own attacks. Am I supposed to go over here? No. Oh, I'm supposed to go over here, that's right. Just die. Cool. Come on. So many little fights that I have to do. For reference, although her chain lightning hits me, it does not damage me. So it's just purely a visual effect that Serana's chain lightning keeps hitting me as well as the enemies. Now, this is an easy path, but if you're crafty, you can open this and take a faster path through here. Yay! Are you following me, Serana? Yes, please. We want to avoid as many fights as we can. Cool. Cool. Yeah, a bunch of skeletons get up as soon as we get here. And we don't want to fight them. This takes too long. Don't get distracted, Serana. Okay, cool. I think we're home free now. Two more gargoyles. At the very least. Are you kidding me? There's a third one? God damn it. Better heal real quick. They hit decently hard. Weirdly enough, they drain your health. I don't understand how that works. I think I mentioned this before, but still. It bears repeating. Die. Anyway, if you want Vampire Lord clothes, you get them right here. Well, yeah, Vampire Lord clothes, or Vampire Roll armor, I should say. It makes you look like Harkon, I believe. And if you're a female, it makes you look like Serana.
I bet there's some kind of secret passage around here.
It's not special. Like, Magicka regenerates 125% faster, and like armor quality is as good as scaled armor, I want to say. Maybe a little better. Anyway. It's not over yet. Your mom was crafty. Turn the candlestick.
Smarter than I gave her credit for.
We're out. Or rather, we're here now.
Look at this place.
We've all seen this before. We already know what it is. It's a portal.
I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing?
It's a portal, Serana. I wish you could just tell her.
But it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there. Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating. I had no idea her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here. Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy. I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. I remember she
Okay, so we're supposed to find a journal, but what you want to do first is go over here to the balcony. The useless balcony. Castle Volkar balcony discovered. Yes. This is blocked off, and it's gonna be blocked off forever in the vanilla game. There is a mod that makes it so, well, there are plenty of mods that makes it so this will be stored at the end of the quest line, but as it is right now, it's completely pointless. Which means this is all there is to this place, this balcony. It's a shortcut to the lab. However, how does your character fast travel to the balcony? Makes no sense unless they can fly, and, well, in my Vampire Lord form, I should be able to fly, but gameplay-wise, that's clearly not the case. For what it's worth, though, the view here is beautiful. I like it a lot. Anyway. I suppose if you want another stopping point for the quest line, this is it. Serana will not follow you. And, yeah. The thing is that you're supposed to be helping her out right now, so... Feels unimmersive to just ditch her at this point in the quest line, you know?
Any luck?
Found
yet?
your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them. I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn. The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself. That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn. A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Ah, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place. Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. Oh, definitely.
If you want to be
Mother would have
technical,
plenty of those materials in her
you
laboratory.
will be able to share Valerica's blood too if you become a vampire lord by proxy of Serana. Technically? Maybe. Whatever case, if you're on the Dawnguard side, this is the part where suddenly you will be given the option to become a vampire lord. We want the soul gem shards. We also want yeah, right over here. Finely ground bone meal. Then we want, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's better. Yeah, I was not close enough. Here. Purified void salts. The hell? Okay, I thought casting Candlelight a second time would actually get rid of the current one, but apparently that's not how it is in the vanilla game. In Requiem, you cast it once and it can last for like 10 minutes. You cast it again and it goes away. Anyway.
Get the ingredients in that vessel and let me know when you're ready. The Soul Cairn is a tiny sliver of Oblivion, the realm of the Daedra. It's ruled by unseen beings known
Ideal
as
Masters. We cannot talk to them in this game, but apparently in some other ones we could.
Honestly, I don't know. Necromancers are always interested in souls, though, so that probably has some kind of interest.
Not gonna try
Let's get
to
all of the ingredients into the vessel.
ask for more about these guys.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood. Of course. What is it? I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost. Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me, about all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible before he really went over the edge. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then? All right, here goes.
She just used her fangs. I like that. Incidentally, female vampires don't have fangs for some reason. There are mods to fix that.
Incredible. Simply incredible.
So yeah, it's right here. As you try to enter the Soul Cairn, your character will be blocked if you're not a vampire. And then she'll be like, oh, well, only the undead or people who are partially soul jammed can enter the Soul Cairn. It's weird, but whatever. It's just to give you an opportunity to become a vampire lord while you're on a Dawnguard side. The thing is that if you become a vampire lord on the Dawnguard side, you have to untransform or re-humanize yourself once you're like done with this part of the quest line, because otherwise you're not going back to the Dawnguard. But you do have to go back to the Dawnguard in order to continue, so yeah. Anyways, welcome to hell, everyone. This is literally the worst place on Earth. Except it's not on Earth, it's not on Tamriel, it's not on anywhere. It's the worst place ever, especially in Requiem. They decided, for some reason, that there should be invisible entities and super dangerous skeletons attacking you all the time. Now, Serana's gonna keep herself busy attacking these skeletons, but I don't care. I'm just skipping right to the end right now. I want to avoid as many fights as I can. Also, that guy right over there will have forced me to do a stupid quest to rescue a stupid horse, but I don't care about that either, so we're gonna ignore him. We're just gonna go all the way to the end over there. Because seriously, I hate this place. Worst place ever. We can seriously do a lot of quests here. We could, but we won't. Don't have time for that. Seriously. Probably we'll have to fight a couple of skeletons at the end. Also, I'm getting a bit worried about the graphics. It's not uncommon for grass to pop out of nowhere over here. When it's not supposed to, you know? Well, no, it's not supposed to be there if it's floating in midair. See that very soon. Also, yeah, another thing annoying about these bone men. They randomly decide to attack the souls that are moving around the place. Making it hard to actually defeat them. Because they're constantly distracted. I don't know how tough they actually are. I want to say not very tough. But there are some occasions where they suddenly dealt hundreds of damage in one hit. And in legendary difficulty, that's pretty much fatal. So, yeah. Let's hope it's not going to come to that. Anyway. No, we have to wait for Serana to get over here. Hello? Yeah, they purposely placed the NPC right there so that you couldn't see her if you were just like looking around here without Serana. But she's ready for the scene, so she's hidden right there. Ha 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 ha. It's also why I need Serana, because she won't... Nothing will happen until she's there. She's taking her sweet time, though. I think she keeps getting distracted by the skeletons. Ah, there she is. You were crouched the entire time. That's no good, Serana. You need to get up.
Round. This is all wrong.
Come on.
Mother? Mother?
Can't be. Serana?
God damn it. You're really gonna do this while crouched, Serana? Get up, please. Okay, thank goodness.
I believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a minute. You brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter? Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
This part right here is kind of dumb because we only need a little bit of her blood. And I'm pretty sure even Harkon knows
How
that.
exactly do you plan completing the prophecy without the death of my
Like,
daughter.
we're gonna be using her blood ourselves.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire.
You can help me here,
My presence
Valerica.
in Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
Come on.
You care nothing for Serana or our plight.
You can just ask her. She's right there.
As your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path. Serana, the stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
Dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Okay. So, you need to stop crouching, Serana. How are you feeling?
Relieved, I think. All those things have been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her. Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them. The moment we gave ourselves to Molik Bal, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power, and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it. I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now. I know that in my head, but I just can't help feeling bad about the way things are. Sorry, I know you're trying to help. Thanks. Anyway, we should keep moving.
I wasn't expecting this conversation to be this long. Anyway, she's gonna... I don't want her to crouch endlessly, but she's got to keep crouching because I don't want to fight any of the clutter around here. So I'm basically just gonna activate this right here so I know where to go. And I'm gonna kill the keepers and nothing else. Because I really don't want to fight anything else. And Serana, well, she's gonna get distracted by every little thing. And that's unfortunate, but it's part of the hell that is this place. See, it's hell because there's so many little things that can distract you, And if they don't distract you, they'll definitely distract Serana, and you want to protect Serana, so you spend a million hours fighting skeletons that are everywhere, and in Requiem decide to add freaking invisible entities that you cannot even see, so it makes things even more difficult and annoying. Ugh, sorry for ranting right there, but goodness gracious, I hate this place. The low point of any playthrough. But as far as quests you can do around here, well, for one, there's rescuing that guy's horse. That's actually kind of easy, but I don't like doing it anyway. Skeleton protecting me. There's also what is it? Oh yeah, Jub, the first NPC you encounter in Morrowind. He's soul trapped around here. That's tragic. You can do a quest of his where you recover 10 pages of his memoir or something like that. That's neat, but it's also very annoying because you don't get any objective markers and you basically have to explore around the entire place. This is a teleporter in case you wonder. Brings me up all the way over here. And I'm stuck with a special effect? Oh, and I'm still invisible. Anyway, the third quest, major quest anyway, that you can do around here is that you can fight death itself. I've never done that. Ever. Because I never figured out how I'm supposed to summon death. See, there's an area around here where you can, like, give some parts of a gem or something like that. And by doing that, you will get to reconstitute death or something like that. And that will allow you to fight it. This guy doesn't hurt as much as I expected. He has a dragon bone bow. Also, thank you for joining me, Serana. You were quicker than expected. I imagine if we make him fall, it's instant death for him. Well, bye-bye. Oh, he's right over there. Okay, it would have been funny if he had fallen all the way to the bottom. Seriously? You stupid skeleton. They hurt a lot more than expected. The Mistmen. Don't underestimate them. Great. Dead for real. They'll teach you. Yeah, that's true. You want to go for a ride, Serana? Let's go. That's a bend wheel. I was not supposed to use bend wheel. I was supposed to become ethereal. Well, still. It's gonna take too long. I'm gonna use the portal. There's a portal at the top that brings you back down. Right here. Of course, the Ratman protected me. I don't want to fight him. Don't care. We're going to the second keeper now. For reference, the keepers have dragon bone weapons, so if you want those, feel free to try to take them from their corpses when you defeat them. I don't care about those weapons, though. Like, I've got my bound bow, and I've already got a Daedric bow, too, so... Although, I'd say the difficulty is that I still can't improve dragon bone weapons to their maximum potential. And to do that, I need to spare a perk for the smithing perk tree, so that's not going to happen. I think that's Jub right there. I like that he has a unique voice. I kind of want to talk to him.
What do you want?
That was his voice.
Good riddance.
Yes, good riddance. I like that he still has his own voice. But yeah, I'm not doing this quest. It's just gonna clutter up my my menu. I'm never gonna be completing it. I guarantee it. I only did it once in a normal playthrough. After that, it was just way too annoying. Like, it's not worth it. That's the problem. It's not worth it. Even for Jub. Anyway, keeper number 2. Right here. Anyway, this one has a battle axe. Probably doesn't deal that much more damage compared to the previous, yeah, see? How much damage. In fact, he's already almost dead. You'd think for their size they'd be stronger, but they really aren't. This stuff is worth a lot for what it's worth. Make sure to stay healed, by the way. You never know when suddenly one of their attacks is going to deal like hundreds of damage. Oh, it's probably because there's an archer around. Anyway, those two keepers were the ones that are closest to your character from where you start. Now we gotta go all the way to the other side for the last keeper. And it's especially annoying in Requiem because there's like a f***ing army on the way. All the more reason why I want to stay hidden and fight the least amount of Mr. Bones as possible. Well, I suppose it's Requiem that added the army. Yeah, I would have fought like at least 20 skeletons at this point. Just going across the Soul Cairn. But then there's the graveyard right over here. Doesn't look like there's any skeletons, but in Requiem there's like 10 of them, at least. Don't know if they pop out of nowhere, but it's super annoying because they're hard to discern among all the graves. Like, the AI is good at hiding. Or you're bad at detecting them, I don't know. That's how I feel. That coupled with the invisible entities makes things no fun whatsoever. Anyway, we gotta go inside here. Through here. Final keeper right over there. Good thing I got rid of all the rat men in the dance.
Where'd you come from?
Hey, Serana. Get up. Let's get up. Please get up, Serana. I don't think she's gonna get up until I reload the game. Or no, she's up right now. Okay, cool. As long as she stays up. It ruins cutscenes when when your follower or important ally keeps staying crouched. Also doesn't help with their speed.
The barrier should be gone. Let's head back.
Yep, let's head back. By the way, if you're not a vampire lord, you chose the option to partially soul gem yourself into this place, you need to recover your soul as an additional objective. Why would they make it so that you need to do one more thing if you don't want to become a vampire lord? Like, seriously. You should be rewarded for your persistence to staying pure. But it feels like you're being punished for it with this particular location. Another reason why I think this place is hell. Hello, 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 hello. Serana? Yeah, she was keeping up. More or less. What were you doing here, Valerica?
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive.
And necessary.
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
In case you're wondering, Durnevere was never going to attack us. Would have been neat if he would have done that randomly and he was like immortal. You couldn't actually defeat him, but nope. But of course, they don't foreshadow the dragon for no reason. Obviously they did that just because you're gonna fight him around here. Oh no, it's Durnevere. And he's got a unique method of fighting you. He summons the undead. It's kind of neat. That being said, Dragon Rend still works on him, even though it really shouldn't. And he doesn't have that much HP. Like I'd say he's ancient dragon levels of difficulty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting rid of some of the bowmen right now because they were distracting me. Junivir really likes to run away, but if you have Dragon Ren, he's definitely a lot easier. Just because you can keep him stuck on the ground where you can't summon any more undead. Done. Give me your soul. Oh, this is unusual. It appears I cannot take the dragon's soul because it's already dead.
Come on, she's leading us to the scroll.
At least I think Junivir is undead. It's a little strange.
My astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durneville allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevir's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find
It's more along with the line of minutes.
Get you the Elder Scrolls.
Possibly seconds if you're speedrunning. What are you doing, Serana?
I can't believe we found him alive. Well, you know what I mean.
Gimme.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be free. I have no choice.
Yes, Valerica is gonna stay here, but once you're done with the quest line, you can actually convince her to come back to Castle Volkihar.
That increases
If
Harkon's
only
likelihood
to hang around her
bring
lab.
the sun to fruition.
It's a little glitchy when you try to do that, though.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he
She's
wants.
not kidding.
And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe.
She's completely immortal, I can't even
She's
kill her,
the only
so
value I have.
don't worry. She's gonna be safe forever.
I wish you
Lasting potency? Don't know what that does. Yeah, I'll take a couple of things here. Final thing. Soul husks, unique to the soul cairn. You can exchange them for some goods to a merchant near the entrance. Doesn't make much sense, but whatever. Like I think it's like food for the souls or something. I have no idea. Hey, Durnevir. Wanna fight again?
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. The hostility was necessary. I was bound to an oath. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
He can't call you Dragonborn because it's actually possible for you to get to this point in this quest line without ever even knowing that you're Dragonborn. This might actually be one of the few occasions where you can fight a dragon before fighting the very first actual dragon that you're supposed to fight in the main quest line, you know? Because before that, every other dragon does not appear.
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the ideal master. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. fear that my time here.
Yeah, so I guess he's not really undead. He's just like bonded to this place.
Share a bond with this dread.
Might as well be undead if you ask me, though.
If I ventured far from the soul care, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Soul Tear. It's a pretty powerful shout. I'm not going to be using it very much because we're at the end of the playthrough, but Soul Tear is a pretty damn powerful shout, so you definitely want to like summon Dunavir 3 times to learn the full shout.
Simply speak my name to
And we're going to have to do that anyway because it's part of the achievement. Yeah, we could talk more with him, but I think we've spent enough time here. Summon Dunavir. We have to unlock the shout ourselves. This is why I needed some more Dragon Souls. You don't need to unlock Soul Tear, fortunately. Out. Get me out. Please. I want to be gone forever. Achievement unlocked beyond death. Thank goodness. Serana? Yeah, of course she's going to teleport to me. You know what? I need to take a break. We're stopping the quest. this video right here. We need to bring both Elder Scrolls to Dexion. We're gonna do that by going over here. But again, this is gonna happen next video, because I've had enough for now. Hope you've all enjoyed this, and I'll have a nice day. Bye bye.